Alright y'all, moment of truth. This deep pour has been curing for a couple of days now, and honestly I was a little nervous about this one since it was my first serving tray using deep pour epoxy. So, first thing now is getting this thing out of the mold. I'm pulling all the screws from the sidewalls, peeling away the silicone from the chamfered edges, and this is exactly why I added those chamfers in the first place. The silicone peels out clean and easy without having to fight around the corners. Now, for the real test. I'm taking a dull chisel and lightly tapping it with a small hammer between the mold and the piece to break it free. And it only took a couple of light hits before it popped loose cleanly. Honestly, that's probably one of the most satisfying parts in this entire process in my opinion. Now that it's finally out, I'm running it through the planer to flatten both sides and remove all the excess epoxy so we can start with a completely clean surface. And this is where the piece really starts coming to life. Now, on to sanding. I started at 80 grit and worked my way all the way up to 320 grit, making sure to water pop between grits. But I'm not going to make you sit through all of the sanding, so let's speed this up. That's better. And now we're routing the edges. The client wanted a round over on the top and chamfer on the bottom, which I think gives it a really clean mix of soft and sharp edges. And when routing wood like this, taking lighter passes is huge. If you try removing too much material at once, that's when you start getting burn marks and chip out. After routing, it's back to sanding again, this time all the way up to 600 grit. The client wanted more of a sheen finish on the epoxy instead of a super polished mirror finish, so I wanted just enough shine without making it look overly glossy. Now comes my favorite part. As soon as that mineral oil hits the walnut, the grain completely wakes up. You can actually watch the color deepen in real time, and this is usually the moment where all the sanding finally feels worth it. After letting the oil soak in for a couple hours, I came back with the beeswax paste and buffed everything with a pad on my orbital sander. That extra step leaves the whole piece feeling incredibly smooth in your hands. Now, onto the handles. I already had my holes pre-marked, so I took it over to the drill press and made sure everything stayed perfectly straight. And with hardwoods and epoxy like this, forcing the bit usually is where people runs into problems. It's better to let the bit cut at its own pace instead of trying to muscle it through. After drilling, I used a countersink bit on the underside of the board so the screws sit flush and won't scratch any tables or countertops. Then I added a little bit of blue thread locker to the handle's hardware before tightening everything down, so the handles stay secure long term and won't loosen over time. And here's the finished piece. The black epoxy, the walnut, the subtle sheen of the finish. This thing turned out even better than I pictured in my head. Now, all that's left is getting it packed up and sent off to one very happy client. If you enjoyed this project and want to see more builds like this in the future, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.